Hello, everyone. Do you ever wake up from sleep and feel this strange heaviness kind of holding you down? It's not exhaustion, it's not tiredness so much, it's something much deeper than that. It's a deeper feeling. Well, listen closely. Carl Jung knew what this was. He studied so much about this feeling. And Jung would tell you that you are not failing. He would tell you that you are not lazy for not wanting to get up, especially day after day, certain periods in your life. He would tell you that you are listening to one of the oldest languages of the soul. So, when you open your eyes from sleep, and you don't get up, the first thing that you're conditioned to do is feel this blame for not getting on up, guilt, shame. These stories play out that you've been conditioned to, and that society has conditioned us to. So, Jung would tell you that when the soul withdraws its energy in this way, it is speaking to you. It is trying to get your attention and tell you something that you can't hear and that you can't pick up on when you are so distracted with the world. So it's the subconscious mind trying to speak to you. And the soul, it will send messages to the conscious mind. The subconscious and the conscious are communicating, okay? And it takes sacred stillness for this to happen. Yes, and I said sacred. Stillness is a very sacred thing because this is what connects us to our higher selves and to the voices and the subliminal messages that can come through. The weight you feel sometimes, it's not your spirit collapsing, it's your spirit becoming. It is your spirit becoming. So, for example, and I can relate to this, there's been many times in my life that I have had this happen, but there will be days or sometimes even weeks in which I just feel like I need to lie down. It's like a soul tiredness. It doesn't feel like physical exhaustion. It feels like my soul is tired. What this is, your subconscious mind and your soul will force you to rest when your inner truth, your real truth, is not aligned with the life that you're living. In other words, you may be living a life where you are very much people-pleasing. You are very much living your life to suit other people or to do some things that someone told you that you needed to do to be respected or to be successful or to be loved, something like this. That is not the case, my friends. That is not the case at all. We live in a society that rewards the runner, the exhausted runner, to just keep going. That's the kind of society we live in. And that same society will judge and call lazy or unmotivated or undisciplined the runner that stops, literally that stops and kneels down because they know that they are about to absolutely crash. And that's a shame. That is truly a shame because self-care is so, so very important. So the soul is going to show you, the soul will show you when you slow down and when you lie down and you tune in. It's going to show you what these gaps are and what these things are that are not aligning with your truth. Lying still can be one of the most honest things that your psyche will ever do. because it's what you're truly being guided to do. No matter how loud the alarm clock's going off, no matter how many meetings you have today, no matter how many phone calls you have to answer, no matter what, there comes a time to where our soul can feel so tired. And what we have to do is we have to get to the root of this and honor this so that we can be reborn again and that we can come back new and refreshed and aware, so much more aware. So this is never the end of your story. If you're going through something like this and let's say you've been in this, caught up in this for a week, and you just feel like you need to just lay and just be to yourself. This is it's not the end of your story whatsoever. It's the rearranging and the recalibration of your psyche and what's going on inside of you. It's kind of like, an analogy would be like in the winter time, let's say in the dead of winter, we look at the trees and they look so, basically they just look not alive. You know, they look dead. Everything's very still. It looks kind of bleak. But there's so much activity going on underground that we don't see. The roots are drinking up water. The roots are strengthening. There are various things going on in the way of foods and nourishment and just expansion going on underground. Well, that analogy is kind of like what happens to the soul sometimes. We need that winter to restore, to reflect, and to restore. And it's, guys, it's about your mental health. It truly is. So your soul will rebel against a life that is no longer aligned with you. And that could be very well part of what's making you not want to get up, not look forward to your day, you know, just like you've just kind of lost your zest for life, you know, in some ways. So that soul, it will put on the brakes. It will put on the brakes until you get still. Till you get still and you pay attention to what it's trying to tell you. So to lie down, to retreat, to be still. This is the first sign of what is called psychic incubation. And this is another term that Jung coined. Psychic incubation, where, think about it, where everything is in there coming together and gelling together. And it's going to form something very, very beautiful, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And again, I'm going to say it again. Rest is sacred. Rest is not to be judged. You are not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You are not undisciplined. When you need this, so many people go through various periods of their lives where they need this. And had they taken this time to replenish, restore, regroup, they wouldn't be so far down. You know, you wouldn't be so far down right now. And again, I'll raise my hand on this. I can relate to this so much. So silence is medicine for the soul. It is medicine. It's where we can hear the most magical messages from our soul, from our higher self, from our God self. You will get messages. You will get messages. You will come to realizations. You will solve problems, not even trying to, because you're being still and you're letting the body rest and you're letting the mind rest. If you notice when you do lie down, let's say you're having a day and you're like, I need to just reset. I need to reset myself and I just need to lie down on my bed for a little bit. There is a safety to that it feels very, very safe. If you lie down and you kind of cover up a little bit and just, you know, it's And I think this goes back to childhood and just feeling safe wrapped in a blanket, and maybe even being in the womb. But there's a safety to it. I know that when I do this, it feels very safe. And sometimes I'll think, this is probably the safest place that I know of, where my soul truly feels the safest from judgment, from whatever it is. So, sacred rest. I want you to know, my friends, that tiredness of the soul, overall, just tiredness of the soul, is alchemy happening. It is change happening. It's getting your attention so that you will take some time to do this reflection and turn inward. Think about it. All of the ancients have done this. The sages, the old sages, would retreat somewhere. The shamans retreat to the jungle. The prophets might retreat to a cave, something like that. So, and even the poets and the writers, and even Carl Jung himself would retreat to a special place when he really needed time and space. We retreat so that we can tune out all the noise and allow things to come back together for us. So my main message here to you is to not judge yourself for this. Don't listen to the noise of anyone else that might judge you for this, because this is truly something going on with your soul, and it's something magical. It doesn't appear that way on the surface, but it is. It's this beautiful transformation happening inside of you, and it can only truly happen when you honor the stillness. So that's what I'm asking you guys to do, is try to honor the stillness a little bit more and tune out the noise of this world that we are conditioned to, this very loud world, by the way, that we are conditioned to, and just be with yourself. Not judge it, enjoy every breath of it. And you would be surprised how much this can help you. And it might be that you need to do this 20 minutes every day for a while. It might be that you need to do this for 2 hours every day. Everybody's different, but it's going to pass because you're being reborn. Think about the chrysalis or the chrysalis of the butterfly, the cocoon type thing. You've got this being inside that's dissolving and dismantling and becoming something absolutely extraordinary that's going to emerge, which is the butterfly. Think about that. But that period of development is not easy, nor is it comfortable. So, guys, I wish you the best of luck with this. Please let me know if you are going through anything like this, or if you have gone through anything like this, and what did you do to help restore your soul and get back to a place of harmony and equilibrium. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys, you know that, and I'll catch you on my next video.